Alright, let's talk knives because that's what we're into. Now, what you see before me is a hot mess of stuff. I've been trying all day, and I think this is probably my 5th attempt. Well, 6th attempt. I'm not really giving up. I think I'm just content with the work I've already put in. So let me explain to you what went wrong, or what happened, I should say. Me trying to sharpen and clean up these two knives here. I did a pretty decent job with this one. I put an edge on it. This is, these two knives were lent to me by a good friend slash coworker, and I basically cleaned them both up, at least to the best of my ability, using this and a little bit of that. And I've been back and forth sharpening. This one has a decent edge on it. It's not perfect, but it has a decent edge. And I don't know what knife company this is, but I guess it's F and S. I don't know. And then there's that field tested, guide approved. I don't know. So this is, it's a 440 stainless steel. I put a decent edge on this one. It's not perfect, but the one thing that really makes me mad is this guy right here. It's got an edge on it now, but it took so long to put an edge on this knife and to clean it up. Well, the cleaning part was really, it wasn't that bad. But there was stuff that was caked in the teeth here, and in the holes here, and then all along here. And the best way to describe what was on this knife, it looked like dried cake batter, like birthday cake batter. It was like multicolored, crusty stuff that was on this that looked like it was a mixture between cookie dough and like people dough. I don't know. I don't even know if I should be touching these because they were lent to me by a very funny cholo who, I don't know if he committed crimes with these or what. I don't think so. But he does use these knives for fishing. At least that's what he's telling me, fishing. So, but I do believe him. He does fishing and he enjoys fishing. So I told him that I would sharpen and restore these knives to the best of my ability, and cleaning them up and putting an edge on them is probably about all I can really do. And I used different means of doing it. Obviously these are the ceramic rods that you see right here for the Spyderco triangle sharpener, which does great work. I really do like the Spyderco angle sharpener. I've been sharpening my knives with this for the longest time, and they do great. And then of course I went to my my work sharp right here, which you can find this on Amazon or go to Big Five. I know they sell this, and this is great. It has a leather strap right here. It has fine and coarse ends that you can sharpen your blade, and of course on this side you can sharpen, you know, fine, coarse, and fish hook sharpening on this. It's got like a little indentation for fish hooks, if I can find it. It might be just this one right here with the two indentations. And then you got that regular ceramic rod if you want to sharpen there, and you got a little ceramic rod for fine details like teeth serrations, which this one has, which doesn't need to be sharpened. So I was jumping from that to this, and then finally to this, which is Smith's since 1886, and this thing has like a flashlight to it. It's got a built-in whistle, as you can tell. It's got carbide here and ceramic here, sharpening. It has a ferrule rod, and it has a sharpening rod for serrated blades, which I think is great. And that's all in this little weirdly cool keychain. Oh, and it has a compass. So, just in case you're lost in the middle of nowhere, this will apparently help. I don't know. So there's that. And then, of course, I was going to hop to this, my Victorinox. I don't even know what to call this thing, but it has a sharpener here. And this, which I'm pretty sure is also used for sharpening. I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe this is a ferrule starter. I think that might be what this is, a ferrule. Kind of like a ferrule, not a rod, but a ferrule kind of disc thing right here. Either way, neat. I was going to try this out, but I cleaned it up the best I could and took off all the cake batter, cleaned this up, re-oiled it so it does actually pop out just a little bit faster than before. It never used to do that. I actually had to, like, when I wanted to, it'd be like, eh, and it'll only go like maybe that far. So this is a cheapy knife, I can tell just by materials and make, and it's a brand I've never heard of before. And of course it is the 440 stainless. This one was easy to put an edge on. This one was refusing to take an edge. And I recorded about 5 videos struggling with putting an edge on this thing. So now it has, I want to call it a micro edge. It has a workable edge on here. It's just not the best edge. So I did clean it up, and I did do my best with it to put whatever edge I could on there, because it wasn't taking an edge no matter what rods I used, whether it was the fine or coarse, or my work sharp, or my Smith since 1888. I don't know. This knife refused to take an edge. This thing made me mad. But I did clean it up. Oh, you know what? No, I didn't. I cleaned up this part right here, the handle, which had cake batter on it. I call it cake batter because I don't know what it was. But I did not clean the edge. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Forgive me. I don't even know where I'm spraying because I'm not used to doing this on camera. And that's what I kept saying in the last videos too. I didn't know what I was doing on camera. I'm not used to doing this on camera. So now the blade is cleaned. It has somewhat of an edge on there. I did the best I could with this thing, but it was like refusing to work with me, which is pretty rare. And I don't know if it's because of the tip on this thing, which, if you can look, the tip is bent. And no, that was not from me. It came like that from the person who lent these to me. Or it could be the fact that this knife has a lot of blade play in here. So I might just go in there with some sort of tool. And I like this knife because it's got a built-in compass. And it's got a little container so you can put your survival stuff in, which this one didn't have anything. And then right in here, I don't know if you guys, actually I'm pretty sure you guys can't see, so hold on a minute. If you look in there, there's a little, it's what keeps the blade in there. It's like a screw, and it's keeping it. So maybe if I tighten that, the blade play will go away. But there's a pretty decent amount. Like this guard right here is loose. This is loose. So, I mean, it's a neat little knife, but there's only so much I can do. So this thing does have a little bit of an edge on there now. It's not really a whole heck of a lot, but this thing was refusing to take an edge. And I was trying to do a video on me sharpening these things, but I guess it just wasn't panning out for me this time around. So I'm going to need to do a little bit of practice so that way I can do this on camera and be able to post an actual decent video on that. I don't know if you can hear that. If you can hear that, that's how loose this thing is. So, but it is cleaned up. It's the least I can do. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'm going to try and work on making a better video on my sharpening skills, because it was pathetic, to say the least. I don't know if it was just me being tired or if it's just been that long, and it has been a very long time since I've sharpened anything, and I was pretty good at it, so I think I just kind of lost my touch. But I promise you guys that I will work on it and put out better content, at least as far as sharpening goes, before I decide to put anything out there with a sharpening video in it. I just don't want to make myself look a fool like I was trying to sharpen this thing. But it was fun to do nonetheless. I'll see you guys in the next one.